Hello there to everyone, this is Oafmaster. I am bringing to you live my very first attempt at a YouTube kind of video there. Oh, what a way to start, Jesus Christ. Let me start that again. I have been streaming for a couple months now and I've been feeling the itch to try and get something going on with YouTube there. So, I figured what better way than to start with some random kind of play on Stardrive 2. It's a bit of a nice long type of 4X game there. It's going to have a bit of longevity to it. And, depending how the game progresses there, I might get myself horribly murdered there. Especially if I try on like the hard difficulties and that. So, this is my very first attempt at a stream, so let's just hope nothing horrible happens, at least in the first few episodes. But yeah, like I said, Stardrive 2, or Stardrive in general, is basically an inspired Masters of Orion 4X game there, developed by, I think, a single person there, at least for Stardrive 1. I don't know the history exactly, but he may have gotten some more people to help design with Stardrive 2, and this is the game as it is right now. The original Stardrive had like about 8 different races there. And for Stardrive 2, they did include one additional race here. Was it the Cux affiliation? Is that what they're actually called? Yeah, the Cux affiliation. Okay. That seemed kind of weird for it to be called an affiliation, because these fellows are like pretty single-minded, from what I understand. According to the description, they're all about piracy, and they love to get themselves some credits there. So yeah, there's those guys. But I think for my very first attempt I'm going to play with the Human Federation. I actually did play one single campaign already to kind of get a feel for everything as kind of a prep work for this. So I'm going to stick with them again, and depending on how this series goes, I'll probably switch around and play around with some of the other races as we progress through. But of course, I don't think we can do anything less but to get every single race in on this game. We're gonna stick with everything pretty standard for the time being. I think I'll just up it to hard difficulty, because I don't quite understand exactly the significance of what hard and brutal do exactly. Because most of the downsides to most of these 4X games is the fact that the AI tends to cheat to make up for the fact they're so damn good and powerful and so good at executing your 4X strategy that the bots just fall over at your feet, needless to say. So I'm really hoping that with hard and brutal difficulty, the AI isn't much different there, where they kind of minimize at least the cheating a little bit. And I think I'm going to leave everything standard there. Hostile threats, which is basically random pirate ships that you encounter, and of course fertility and riches is basically the random generation of planets that you encounter on how profitable they be for your empires, needless to say. So I'm gonna leave everything at this. United Federation, well, I'm just gonna leave it at that, because I'm not that all, let's be honest, I'm not that all creative. Hell, I'm just stealing Let's Plays from everyone else, to be honest. But we will get this started. United Federation, their backstory into Stardrive. One breakthrough discovery is all it took to deliver us into the stars. For many hundreds of years, our people have looked to stars beyond our solar system with a longing for adventure, knowledge, and profit. But it wasn't to be. Einstein said it wouldn't be possible, and for the most part, he was entirely correct. In our universe, faster than light travel is not possible. In our universe. But the Stardrive, it doesn't operate in our universe, at least not entirely. Truth be told, we don't actually fully understand the fundamental mechanics of this device. Its accidental discovery was quite unexpected. What we do know is that with enough energy directed into a single point of space-time, we open a hole into, well, we don't know where exactly. We're calling it subspace, and we have figured out how to wrap our ships in a bubble of it. Whatever we put in subspace loses mass in this universe, and without mass, we can accelerate a ship to light speed and beyond. So Einstein remains correct, but only with a partial answer. He nailed the rules for our real space, but had no idea that subspace even existed. Within a year of making the discovery, we were running FTL test runs into the outer systems. The technology is actually quite simple to operate, even though we don't really know why it operates. But it works. And now, a few years later, we are poised on the brink of a whole new era for humanity. Our planetary government stands united by the promise of the stars, and our first 2 true interstellar vessels stand by awaiting your commands. And so the journey begins. Let's see what kind of random galaxy we're in. Thankfully, I'm in the corner of the map there, so I won't have to worry about getting surrounded by a lot of the other race factions. So, if I were to understand properly, there would probably be one faction here, and probably another one roughly around here, with maybe a possible third in the middle there. So, I'm feeling confident about my starting position already. I just gotta try and not be too harsh with the zoom in and zoom out. Like that, per se. Although, I had to click on the plan, so there's not much I can do about that. So how do I want to start off here? It's pretty straightforward. Let's see, we have medium. Both these systems don't seem very promising. Although Sol 1 here can at least provide food for itself, so it can be self-sufficient. But it's poor, low gravity, so it does not make for an ideal colonization. So now I get to roll a dice. Which system do I want to start off on first? I don't even know if the color of the stars indicate the likeliness of a profitable plant, though. So let's see. Oh, it actually has a description up here. I was not aware of that. White stars burn hot. Kelvin, if plants are to be found here, they will likely be rich with minerals, but barely suitable to support life. So that's something to look into. And red stars, maze stars, or old stars heading their main sequence and heading towards the death in a few billion years. What few planets to be found here are likely to be mineral poor and have poor environments, so I guess I'll have to try my luck with these mineral-rich systems. Because I don't think I want to start off on a toxic planet. So what do I want to start off first? I think ideally I want to build a colony ship, but freighter is probably necessary considering that it's likely I'm going to get a mineral-rich planet, but not really get food supplied needed. So worker count is going to be on set as it is, 422, or at least a civilization production. So, and with that said, I think I want to start research on the aeroponics farm, because this gives me a flat 3 food, and that will at least make all my plants early on pretty much able to sustain themselves there easily. So we're going to get started with that and see what we can find. We got about 8 turns till the freighter, so it's not likely we're going to get far. But it's pretty much traditional Forex start. You got to uncover what resources you have to work with there and then expand from there. And we have one of the features that Stardrive 2 offers is these unexplored anomalies. So I can check that out and we can see what events happens. Hopefully something I can benefit off of. Well, that white star was apparently a lie, because we got a poor world here, but it can sustain itself. And it's huge, so actually that works out nicely as a potential plant. And we have Warden 2 here, which is well, it's pretty average on minerals, but it's better than what I had so far to work with. So we're going to start with this. I can get up to 6 populations, and we have a strategic resource, Protophil cache. Protophil is a nanobiotic hybrid organism that thrives by eating pollution. The more toxic, the better. For each Protophil cache possessed, you enjoy 5% reduction in pollution. So having 2 of those, a free 10% reduction on pollution, is definitely going to be nice to start with. Because it's pretty much on all systems, and it's, yeah, like I said, it reduces all pollution there, so it gives some long-term potential. They also have a set bonus, kind of, if you get like 4 of them. So it increases approval, so happiness of all my citizens. So that's the benefit in that. So let's go have a look at this anomaly before we move on. See if there's anything of interest. So it's a mysterious asteroid. Floating alone in deep space, this mysterious asteroid appears quite clearly to have been artificially created. By whom and for what purpose remains a total mystery. We could study if we wanted to dedicate some resources to the task, which apparently I don't have any options for pretty much trying to benefit off it, because the cost here for the first option is to get 5 freighters to transport it to study, and dispatch a science team which requires a couple billion credits, which I lack as well. Or I could blow it up, if I feel like for some reason our faction is going to be able to get it, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon. So I'm going to leave it for now and carry on. 7 turns on to the next system, so let's see how our freighters are progressing. 2 more turns and I think I want to get ready to build a colony ship. Kind of get like an early expansion strategy going, especially since I'm going to have aeroponics farms ready. And here's our GNN narrator basically for this game. He's going to appear early on there, talk about like events that are going on for you. Hello and welcome to GNN, the Galactic News Network, broadcasting to you live from a highly secure location. In today's news, reports are filtering in that 9 new races have taken to the stars, marking the start of a new cycle. Will these fledgling races repeat the mistakes of those who came before them, or will one champion emerge to claim a victory? I'm trying to look at this globe here, and I see like Australia there, and it seems like it's Earth, because there's North America. Jesus, this highly secure location they talk about is clearly on Earth. So, just between you me, there's nothing really that secretive if it's on our very own homeworld. Just saying. I think your cover is blown, buddy. Unless that changes for each of the different races you pick, maybe. But I doubt it, to be honest. But, let's see. Our freighter is almost done. So we're going to have 2 of those for hauling supplies and food, so I can move my citizen from Warden 1 over to production pretty soon. Question is, do I want to do it now? Because I have production going on. I can wait 12 turns to get my next food, and then I can start doing that. So I think that's the plan. So that way I can keep my colony ship production going. Alright, now let's get some... Let's go over and explore this next planet here, which looks like it's just a gas giant, I think. Yeah, so nothing here of excitement. And I think I'm going to ignore this red star and check out this orange one. Orange stars will frequently contain planets that are well suited to life. However, it is more likely that such planets will be lower in mineral richness. So that seems promising for a self-sustaining world, at least. It's going to be a little bit out there, so it's going to be good at expanding the territory for me. Aeroponics farms research, so like I said, this will give me a nice early boost to self-sustain my worlds, essentially. So long as I have the credits to immediately build them, that's going to be the real trick. But the freighters can help with that a little bit. So I'll get started on that, although with no production it's not going to matter for a bit. I don't think I need to start aeroponics farm there, not till after the colony ship, so I'll leave that for now. And what shall we start for next research? I am tempted for the Xeno mines, because, let's see, I got a large world there for my second one. I have no idea what my next plan is going to be, but if I can get a nice large world, the Xeno mine is going to be pretty useful for my production. So I think I'm going to go with that. For hope it's a little bit safer, or at least more efficient right now, but as far as next colony, that could change. We have had our first encounter. It is the Courtesine Collective. Is it on? Am I on screen now? Okay, I'm ready. Oh boy, it's one of them fashion models, it sounds like, or celebrities, Jesus. Greetings, I am Fabiana of the Courtesine Collective. We greet you. So pretty straightforward. I don't think they have any tech of use for me that I could trade. No. I have basically tech advantage here. If I'm understands correctly, they have not researched any tech to be of use. And of course, hard negotiators, this is part of the difficulty there. So they need like 30% more value in the trade in order for them to agree to it. So one of the ways I could take advantage of that is by these trades. Races with the greedy personality will not make any deals that does not give them a profit at 25% of their value. Okay, so that's going to make it a little bit harder. Because I need to give them 50% more. They're prideful. They will not bear insults of being threatened. While they are susceptible to threats, they will never forget or forgive. And they're cunning. Tend to like using espionage to achieve their goals and will create more spies in our races. So apparently there's nothing I can do to benefit in trades with this faction. So they are just going to be a genuine threat, I think. So they're going to be hard to satisfy. And Jesus Christ, look at the size of that territory they have already. This is one of the cheating benefits of the AI. They already know where all the planets are. In this case, they decide to take a toxic world for some reason. So it's their maintenance costs. I'm not dealing with it. And let's see. I don't think I want to get too hostile with them just yet. But I want to check this one white star, or is that blue? Blue star's hottest known stellar phenomenon, burning at temperatures exceeding 30,000 Kelvin. The amount of radiation from these stars is intense, and as a result, the planets in the system are unlikely to be life-supporting. However, any planets in the system are likely to be rich in minerals. Okay. So I think I'll try. It's going to be tricky to expand without really pissing them off. So things are already complicated. Although I was right that there'd be one faction around in this area roughly. I just did not expect them to try and expand that far away. Jesus.